Hello there, Virgo. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. This forecast is for the week of May the 9th through the 15th. We're going to be pulling one card for each day. Take a look at the highlights, see if there are any themes during the week. What you guys need to know as you start this video is that this is a general reading, meaning that not everything I see here will apply to every single Virgo. And to see who I'm reading for. Look at this. You had a card that popped already. This tells me that this is a week where you're going to be getting over some kind of insecurities that you have. So that's a very good thing. So anyway, let's see what else shows up here. So one card per day. And yeah, not everything I see here is going to apply to every single one of you, but most of it will apply to most of you. If you would like to have a reading where we look at what exactly applies to you and only your energies, then you can always check out my information on my website at the top of this screen. My phone number and all my other contact information is there as well. Feel free to reach out to me. All right, let's get some cards on the table, on the table, on the table. Here we go. Okay, Virgo, what do we have here? Let's start with the weekend. Saturday, Knight of Stones coming up in reverse, followed by Sunday's card of the 10 of Stones, also in reverse. By the way, if you're new here, please don't wig out about reversals. We don't do that here. I know a lot of readers will tell you, oh, reversals are always bad. Stop it. That's all I have to say about that. So we're not going to worry about that. Now, looking at Saturday with your Knight of Stones coming up in reverse, this is just telling me that you're doing something that is throwing you a little bit off the budget. You might not be doing what you know you need to bring the money in, bringing the bacon home, not exactly. Or you could be doing some kind of impulse spend, or sometimes there's something that comes up that just needs to be taken care of that was not exactly planned for in the budget. But either way, as you're dealing with whatever this is that's hitting the budget, in your mind, I can already hear you guys going, well, I will fix that next week. So it's not like you don't have a plan. Okay, looking at Sunday. 10 of Stones in reverse. So 10 of Stones in reverse just says that on Sunday you're doing something to upgrade your sense of stability and security, either in your physical body or with your resources and your assets. So can be upgrading your income, upgrading your home, upgrading your vehicle, upgrading your car. You can be doing something to upgrade your body. Maybe you're deciding to eat healthier. Maybe you're doing a nice workout. There's something going on there. Very, very, very nice when we're making those upgrades. And now let's take a peek at the week. Take a peek at the week. All right, Monday's card. We're going to go through the cards really quick, then we'll come back and talk about them. So Monday we have the 8 of Arrows coming up in reverse. Ba-la-da-da. By the way, I learned to read tarot on a deck just like this. I actually had to retire it after 3 years, so this is not its successor. This is its grandbaby. This is the 3rd generation of this deck that I've worked with. 5 of Bows coming up for Tuesday. And for Wednesday, 7 of Stones. Thursday, 7 of Bows in reverse. Friday, Knight of Arrows. Okay. All right, so looking at Monday, let's start here. We have the 8 of Arrows showing up in reverse. This talks to me about the end of something that you were overthinking or really thinking in circles on. When we have the Knight of Arrows or the 8 of Arrows in reverse, this just says that this thing is no longer bothering you anymore. You have figured out what way to handle this situation is best for you, and now you're able to move forward. This is kind of the little sister to the Hanged Man, and so it acts a lot like the Hanged Man in reverse. Now, looking at Tuesday, 5 of Bows. In this case is empowerment. And I think there's something going on where you are being empowered on Tuesday by by leveraging actually the help of other people. So maybe you have a consultant that is helping you with something and that is empowering you, or maybe you're a part of a team all working towards a common goal that benefits you probably as well as them. But either way, that teamwork is empowering you. I feel like you're being empowered by the idea that there are other people working with you or helping you with something on Tuesday. Boobity doo doo doo. Let's look at Wednesday. Now, this is the Seven of Stones. This is my healing card. And so, this is a card that talks about actually literally getting over something. Maybe if you've had some kind of physical thing that's been bugging you, this is actually taking the time to heal and get over it once and for all. I really, really, really like that card. This would also come into play quite well if you have some kind of financial situation that you need to heal up, you need to take care of, or whatever. This would say that you're moving towards getting that taken care of as well. So, can come in as physical healing of the body, can be financial. Ba-ba-da-da-ba on Thursday. Seven of Bows coming up in reverse. This tells me that there's some kind of old baggage or old things, unnecessary things, let's say, doesn't have to be old, in your environment that you are trying to get rid of. But there's some kind of delay here with this coming in reverse. You're not exactly clearing everything out just as quickly as you would like to. Doesn't mean it won't happen, just means not as quickly as you thought. And then Friday, we have the Knight of Arrows. This is very clear thinking. And so I think this is, you're working through some type of challenge, basically. And with the Knight of Arrows, you're handling this very logically and you're working through every single detail and figuring out how to overcome this challenge. Maybe even making a plan for it, but more likely already taking some kind of action on a plan that you made to overcome whatever that challenge is Friday. So whatever it is, I wouldn't worry about it just because it came up that there's a challenge Friday to deal with. That's not something that you should be stressed out about, especially when we see that you're making a plan and taking action to get over it. So no biggie there, okay? I don't want y'all to just worry about things that it's just not necessary to worry about at all. All right? I don't see anything like that where you need to be worried. So anyway, that is our week this week. Thank you very much for being here with me today, Virgos. I'm sure that I'll be reading for some of you here this week, and the rest of you I will see back on the next video. Peace.